If you run a school-based business, then watch this video because in this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy ways how you can double, triple, or even quadruple your business in the next few weeks. Each one of the roadblocks that are standing in your way of growing your school community can, at the very least, 2x or 3x your business. And if you implement all 3 of them, man, honestly, I totally believe that you can even 10x your sales in the next few months. This video is not going to be just pure theory. I'm going to be showing you real, actual clients that I work with, and how I've doubled and even tripled their sales in just 2 months or even quicker than that. I think it was 7 weeks with one of my clients. And I'll also be giving you examples of what a bad school community marketing strategy looks like and what a good one looks like and what you should do instead. So not just theory here. I'm going to be showing and sharing practical tips. And without wasting any more time, let's jump onto my share screen and kickstart the lesson. All right, perfect. Let's talk about the 3 tips to grow your community sales and make sure that your business just makes more money, right? It's not just makes more money from school, but makes more money in general, which is, you'll understand why I say that in a second. So the first tip is going to be to host your sales page outside of school, or at least give it a try, right? And the reason for that is because school, though it promotes itself as an all-in platform, and a lot of such businesses have the ambition of becoming an all-in platform, and that's very admirable, but it's a very long-term journey, right? And at the moment, if you click and look at the sales page, and this is just one of the pages that I kind of like stumbled upon in school, this is what the school sales page essentially looks like. And what a lot of school coaches and school marketing consultants preach is that you should essentially build out a sales page inside of school, but it lacks and misses so many key elements that you need on a sales page for it to essentially convert at a high enough rate. And one of my clients, Giulio Segantini, also known as the Underdog Sales on Instagram, came to me with a similar problem. Let me pop Giulio's Instagram for a quick second. And essentially what he was complaining at is lack of sales. Though he has over 150K subs on Instagram, and there was quite a bit of traffic that goes onto his page, the sales were down. And what we did was we essentially moved and built out a sales page outside of school, which now looks like this. And literally the conversions have more than doubled since we moved him to a sales page, which this is actually just hosted on lead pages. And now we're building even a bigger upgrade on Webflow. But essentially, a good sales page consists of, in my opinion, of video, which actually school allows you to do. That's great. But then there's a bunch of stuff that should be implemented, but cannot be implemented in school that takes away from your sales. Number one, when it comes to written content, you have to realize that, especially as a school subscription service, business owner, most of your traffic is going to come from Instagram or social platforms, and most people use those social platforms on their mobile, which means people are going to be landing on your page, sales pages via mobile traffic. And a lot of times people are farting around on their phones in an environment where they can't watch a full-blown video. Right? So that means you'll want to do persuasion via text, but how can you do persuasion via text when this is all you get inside of the school sales page, right? So inside, if you build your sales page outside of school and on dedicated essential landing page sales page software, you can turn essentially this VSL that I helped Julia write and basically transform it into a written sales page almost. Right? So, and that's exactly what we did. And I believe it's part of the reason why we're converting more people is because we used to rely on just video, and now we can also rely on text. And basically shares Julia's journey from being essentially not knowing sales to becoming a top sales at his company, right? And then screenshots, right? I get that here you can include screenshots in the school sales page, but it's very, I would say, I don't know. I don't want to say it's difficult, but when people essentially get scrolling on a sales page and they naturally come across proof elements, it's just more believable than them essentially clicking on each image, which I think in terms of user interface is not very convenient when it comes to Skool. They see the screenshots, and then you can place multiple videos, and limit of media files that you can post is also another downside of Skool, because you're not going to post 20 media files here, because otherwise it's going to look too bulky. And even the images that you put, yeah, you can see screenshots of videos. You cannot really play them, and that's also not very convenient. But if you host it on a separate sales page, each video can be played. Not that people will play each video, but still it feels good to know that you can play them, and you can literally put up to 100 screenshots and 100 videos, all playable, and that's basically tons of social proof, right? And introducing the product page. When it comes to benefits, again, you can create your own icons, and stuff just looks more interactive uh, as opposed to the text-based format of the Skool sales page. Skool, I totally respect and admire what they're trying to do. And I guess for people who are getting a lot of Skool organic traffic, it makes sense when it comes to converting them inside of the app. But if you're sending people from other outside media to a page, I would advise to at least do a split test, where you can basically have like a split testing tool to send half the traffic to Skool page and half the traffic to dedicated sales page, and then see what converts. In our case, we're basically converting the double. Obviously, there's a lot more that I can talk about and show, but I don't want this video to turn into a sales page breakdown. So going back here, host your sales page outside of Skool. Elsewhere, you can do it in lead pages, you can do it in ClickFunnels, you can do it in Webflow, right, which is a more sophisticated piece of software. But that's basically it, right? So that's tip number one. Tip number two is to increase your lifetime value of a customer LTV. And we're going to make it green, which means increase. And you remember when I said I'm going to show you tips on not just how to make more Skool sales, but generally make more sales for your business. And that's one of the problems, and I think biggest opportunities that most businesses have, regardless of them being on Skool or not, is that they usually run with one offer, such as this one, for example, but they miss out on opportunity to upsell a fraction of their clients further into future products. The way it can work for you is you can come up, for example, here. Let me do it like so. You can have a product A, right, which is a Skool membership communities or Skool membership, right, and essentially you can charge, let's say, $67 per month. And if you have, let's say, 100 people in it, which is, I mean, quite a few people, right, that pay you $67 a month, but this is only $6,700 per month, which is not much money, right? Obviously, it's a sizable chunk, but we're talking about scaling it to 100K plus per month, right? Now, what you can do is you can create product A, and then you can create product B, and that is not a membership, and this is strictly DIY, which stands for do it yourself. What you can then create is a done for you solution, right, or a done with you consulting. And now this can be a consulting package, which you charge 5K for. And let's say you enroll, even 5% of the people, just 5% of these people from here to here, and then that's extra 25K. Right now, again, this is done with you consulting. Now, in conjunction, you're not making 6,700, but you're making close to 32K in revenue, right? And if you don't have an extra offer to increase your customer lifetime value, you're missing out big time. Now, you may have a plan and you say, I want to run a fully automated business and I want to get it up to 1,000 members. That's okay. It can work potentially, but you have to have a very mass scale offer for you to make 6 figures per month with a membership program. It has to be something like how to make money online or how to lose weight or something like that. If you have a specific problem, anything more specific than that, then you won't be able to scale as a mass offer. Again, I don't want to tell you what you can do, what you cannot. I'm just speaking from my experience. Marketing essentially, the best marketing principles say that you can either charge very little money to a lot of people, right, on a mass scale offer, but if you go a bit more specific, right, if you work, for example, with agencies and not just everyone, or if you, let's say, work with, I don't know, like cybersecurity companies to help them get more contracts, just spitballing here. If it's specific, which is a lot of you will run specific offers, or if you're teaching Photoshop to designers, I guess Photoshop to designers is still pretty mass scale because there's a lot of designers. Basically, if your audience is anything less than, I would say, a couple of million people, right, that you can actually sell to, it would make sense to also add consulting tiers, right, and start making the big bucks. And obviously, you can still do this even if you have a mass scale offer too, right? The only downside of having like a high ticket offer is that it's going to steal away a bit of from your time, and it's not going to be a fully automated business. You'll have to start getting on coaching calls with clients. But my question to you in that case is, what is it that you want to accomplish? Do you want to still work within those 30, 40 hours per week and make literally $100,000 per month or more? Or is it important to you to make like a lot less, but then work 5 to 10 hours a week? So you have to make a choice there. And I always choose the latter because for me, I like to work anyway. And for me, like 30, 40 hours per week is easy. Maybe even sometimes less than that. And if I can make 10 times more money, then it's worth it. Right. So, and then you can add even more products. You can add, let's say, a product C, which can be like a mastermind, right? It's an overused word, but it can be a mastermind, right? So let's say 20% of people from here can enroll into like a mastermind where you guys meet physically in person. And that's even like a higher price thing. And, you have like whatever, 2, 3 people here. And that's another 24K, right? So as you can see now in conjunction, you're making even more money, right? You're making, let's see, sorry, I will have to fix that. So you, in conjunction, you make even more money. See how this thing multiplies? It's just the art of multiplying, right? And obviously, I'm not telling you to add all of these extra products. You go as you wish. But if you're making 5 to 10 to 15 to 20K per month with your Skool community and you don't know how to scale to 100K, that's a sure way to do it. Now, the next thing, the last thing you can do for your Skool community to grow your sales is to reduce churn, right? Obvious. I think an average Skool community churn rate is like 1 month barely, and then a lot of people churn. And the biggest tip I can give you when it comes to reducing churn and cancellation rates, when it comes to Skool product marketing, is to basically introduce drip content, right? And then also make content needs to be god tier, right? Like super, super good, right? And actually one of the examples, and it also can be a process, content can be a process, like a long-term process kind of thing, right? So what I mean by that process is that, let's say in month one, you can teach them offer creation. I'm spitballing here, bear with me. Month 2, you can teach them lead gen, for example. And then the month 3, you can teach them sales, right? This is the basic gist of it. And now I'm going to show you a more specific example. Let's go to one of my favorite Skool communities and YouTube producers, Nick Sarive, part of his community right now. I find it extremely valuable for cold email marketing, just getting some new know-hows from Nick. And what I love about the way how he essentially designed his Skool community is that when you start from month 1, his community is essentially about teaching you how to make money by selling AI automations. Like, I don't really sell AI automations, but I still like his content. But basically what he teaches is it's a make money online opportunity, right? He teaches you how to make money online, quit your job and sell automations. What I like about it is that you'll see that in month 1, he teaches you very basics, right? How to set up your cold email marketing campaigns to reach out to prospects. He teaches Upwork marketing. He teaches you how to send out applications on Upwork, and all the way day number 30. Now, obviously, when you enroll, all 30 days become available to you at a snap of a finger, and you run through 30 days and he encourages you to run through the 30 days one by one. And you're supposed to essentially start getting traction and getting some sales. But then what's cool is in month 2, and this is where it ends, right? He shows you how to send Upwork proposals and then some cold emails. But then in month 2, what you'll notice is, and which is why I was curious to stay around, I'll probably stay around for even month 3 and 4, is he shows you how to make extra money through software affiliate sales, right? He shows you how to build a project management system. So as you can imagine, it's a natural continuation of what he teaches, because here he teaches you how to be a solo freelancer and get in at least some sales. And here he starts teaching you how to start automating and organizing your business. And I bet here, maybe in month 3, he will teach me, or whatever, he will teach people how to maybe hire the first VA or first few employees, right? So kind of like going back here, it's very much process based. It's very good content, right? And it's drip content. It drips over time. And that's, I think, when it comes to Skool marketing, is one of the better ways to reduce your churn. So essentially what we have here is, if your conversion rate goes up, right? If your conversion rate goes up, if your price point goes up, right? Price goes up, and then if your churn goes down, well, we're looking at all sorts of cool things, guys. Let's say your conversion rate goes up by 2x. Your price and what you make per client goes up by, let's say, also 2x, which is actually on the lower end if you incorporate higher ticket models. It literally goes by at least 5-6x, but let's say 2x. And if your churn goes down by even something as little as 20%, we're looking at literally 5 to 10x multipliers here, right? Literally what this means is, if you're making 5K, you can be making 25 to 50K per month on Skool. And that's basically the gist of it, guys. If you want me to explain, to have a personal look into your business and advise you on which one of these steps or all of these steps on how to implement it in your business specifically, go to nazimconsulting.com and apply for a free audit. I'll go over your business, and then, just like how I did it with Julio from Underdog Sales, double, triple, or even quadruple your sales fairly quick. For now, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.